As part of preparations toward the upcoming elections in Edo and Ondo states, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered commissioners in all states and the Federal Capital Territory to identify and arrest any individual or groups in possession of prohibited firearms. In a statement signed by the Force Public Relations Officer, Frank Mba, it says the move is necessary due to the deliberate arming and movement of political thugs and other criminal elements across the country. Commissioners of police have also been directed to convene an enlightenment meeting of all vigilance groups and security outfits to ensure that their activities conform with laws guiding their establishment and operations. Now, joining me is a former chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council, Kabir Shitu. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News. Well, we are witnessing the forth and back among the political parties, precisely the two dominant political parties. What do you think your party, your council, is doing in order to ensure that it forestall the breakdown of law and order?
Yes, Inter-Party Advisory Council is to look at the umbrella body of the political parties, and liaising with INEC and the donor basket agencies. Now, what they need to do as inter-party is to see that all these political parties are brought together, and then they monitor if any of the party take any going against the constitutional means, that is thuggery or violent or this, it's supposed to be recorded. And then in that, after the election, you're supposed to now prosecute those that you see. And then we also need, as Inter-Party Advisory Council, to see that the election is free and fair and is being seen very as justified than to allow all these hiccups. So Inter-Party Advisory Council, that is why there's sensitization, which is going on now. Inter-Party Advisory will sensitize all the political parties involved in the election. Right. And then, so further, that's why we are saying the government and the institution, that's INEC, must now look at way and means of punishing the offenders. Because why all this violent brew is because people see politics as the end means, not service. So Inter-Party Advisory is telling them, look, you are going to do service to your people. There's no need for you to start violence. Wow. And people have choice to make between two or the political parties they choose. And right. Therefore, it's not a do or die. It's something that if you keep nurturing this democracy, in the next 30, 50 years, people will
that's for the parties. But then the electorates are also not sure of what is coming during the election. What would be your advice to the electorates as regards this? Because they are the grass now, let me just put it that way, that will be experiencing all of this. They will be voting and also experiencing all of this. So how would you advise them to conduct themselves ahead of this election?
As an electorate, you have right to choose among the parties, and then you have to choose those parties that you knew that their manifestos is in consonance with the developmental program that you want. Not for you to look at that 10 naira they will give you on the day of election, right. And not for you to carry into violence, because after violence you still have Edo State with which to serve. So if you carry out violence and you kill your people, which people do you want to come and govern? And the electorate should now start looking at those that gave them money before, right. 10 naira, and they get to power. What have they done in terms of developmental program for the state?
So they should ensure that all of these things are put in place before they go ahead and go ahead and choose their own candidate. Thank you so much, the Inter-Party, former chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council, Kabir Shitu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.